Namaskar. My name is Raj Kovali. Today I'm going to talk about Punjab government's war against drugs. This drug problem exists in India in many states, but Punjab, I think, has become a bigger hub than other states, and also the kind of publicity it has got through a film called Udta Punjab has worsened the problem, and the problem also is pretty big. For the last 3 years, AAP Punjab government has done a lot of work waging a war against drugs. In simple terms, I would like to bifurcate this into four parts. The first part it has done is it had started a high level ministerial oversight and zonal accountability initiative. So much of English. What is it? It is simply government has appointed or kept 6 cabinet ministers in a committee, and they divided Punjab into 6 zones, and each minister is in charge of one zone. Then came the accountability. There are officers, there are policemen, there are a lot of government machinery in each zone reporting to this minister, and the minister is directly responsible for that particular zone's, the war against drugs. In that, I would like to explain a little more. What are the initiatives that have been done? The initiatives that are done is that the government machinery, be it the policemen or the drug authorities, were made accountable. If there is certain amount of drugs being caught, and or still the drug problem prevails in your area, then the policemen and the authorities were told you are responsible for it. That is one. Second is the expansion of the rehabilitation facilities, both in the government sector and also in the private sector. So they basically roped in a lot of private sector rehabilitation centers. So through this, 529 government rehabilitation centers are operating in Punjab, and 180 private rehabilitation centers are operating in Punjab. Also, since there is a shortage always for the government doctors, the Punjab government has roped in private doctors, psychiatrists on hourly basis, 1500 rupees per hour. They take them in, and the private practitioners, the doctors, are authorized to give these medicines meant for treating the drug addict patient. So there are certain, uh, these are very small but very important initiatives. OOAT, that means outpatient opioid assisted treatment centers, these are called. So in these centers, rehabilitation is done. In currently, about 3 lakh people are getting treatment in those rehabilitation centers. Then another thing they have done is earlier, whenever there is some kind of initiative to be done, effort to be done for drug management, anti-drug management, the government used to arrest the poor sufferers, the ones who are, taking these drugs, and then show to the world, publicize and say that we're doing something to eradicate the drugs. Drugs cannot be eradicated by arresting those people who are actually the sufferers, who are the patients. So government is not putting up any cases against these people who are taking the drugs, but they are taking them into the rehabilitation centers and treating them. And the government also is working towards changing the laws in such a way that they will not be punishing those small offenders, the ones who take smaller doses of drugs. They will not be arresting them and doing a lot of, you know, uh, punishment and law enforcement on them. 24 hours helplines are created. Then community led rehabilitation centers are formed. So, in this, the latest 90-day until now and counting, it will go on until end of June 31st. 90 until now, there is a 90-day program of war against drugs. In this, each and every day, arrests are happening. The drug peddlers and the network of these drug sellers, this entire thing is been destroyed. They are also using the bulldozers to see that in those particular places where the drugs are distributed, manufactured, they are all been demolished. And there is an outreach program with the villagers. In each village, they were given the awareness in the village, and the villagers were actively asked to participate in this program of war against drugs. How? They have given a WhatsApp number. Through this WhatsApp number, you can privately and confidentially send a message. If so and so is taking drugs, their details, or the so and so is selling the drugs, their details. And the panchayats which are pledging for not having any drug selling in their panchayat or drug addicts in their panchayat, they are given certain amount of money as a reward. It's about 5 lakh rupees. So all these various kind of uh, result giving kind of efforts are done on the war against drugs in Punjab, and the helpline number for WhatsApp number is 97791 00200. The helpline WhatsApp chat bot number is 97791 00200. With this, a lot of things can happen. De-addiction counseling can be done through this. Reporting of drug activities can be done. All this can be done through this number, and everything is kept confidential. Under the Section 64A and NDPS Act, these two acts, in this section, there are certain guidelines which, if somebody is taking a smaller quantities, they can be, forgiven. There won't be cases against them. These kind of structured monitoring is done in the war against drugs, and a multi-pronged approach is done in Punjab to see that the war on drugs succeeds and Punjab becomes drug-free state. So this much for today on the rehabilitation and efforts mainly of the war against drugs by the Punjab government in the last 3 years we have talked today. Thank you very much for listening. See you again.